Hey guys, it's Pug Weasel. I'm doing another Preppers You Have It Wrong series video. The topic today is I want to talk about a misconception, basically a myth to some extent, and that myth is this, that people are going to show up to your house asking for food, and if you feed that individual or feed that family group, that they are going to end up going away and then causing a great many people to come to your house and insist on you feeding them as well, and that if you don't feed them somehow, they're at that point going to decide to vandalize your house, take your food, so on and so forth. The reason I brought it up is this: if we're in a post-apocalyptic world, the people who are running around trying to get food, who are willing to be violent to try to get food from you, are very likely going to use different means of evidence to figure out who to attack and who not to attack. Basically, even if you're really good at hiding all your goods, even if you're really good at hiding all your food so that there are no chickens in the yard, there are no any kind of livestock outside, you don't have a garden, you're using hydroponics somehow, and you're growing stuff in your basement, you're still going to look like you've been eating. You're still going to have more energy than the average person who hasn't been eating, and they're going to use that information as they try to figure out who must have food available to them and who doesn't. So all it takes is to watch you for a little while and see that you are obviously eating, to know this is the house where I need to come to either one, beg for food, or two, take food. The idea that someone who's got it in their mind that they're going to take from you is going to come up and ask first doesn't make sense. And the idea that someone who's going to take from you will first say, well, let me just go ask and see if they'll give me one meal, just one meal. And that's going to somehow satisfy that person when they're willing to take from you. They may use it as a ploy to get into your house so they can check out the surroundings. They may use it as a ploy to get into your house so they can try and take from you. But they're not going to come and say, if you would just feed me once, I'm starving, would you give some food to my kids? Now I'm going to completely disregard your goodness and your grace and attack you. Seems unlikely. It seems more likely that someone is going to stalk you, someone is going to reconnoiter your household, see what it is that they got, see what they have in the context of opportunity, and watch you for your weaknesses to see if they can attack you. So as people keep, I've had plenty of people comment and talk about this in the context of saying, hey, if you feed somebody, it's going to be like the dogs outside. They're just going to keep coming back for more food from you. I think that's the least of your worries. I think that the people who are going to come and take from you or try to take from you are going to be a little more sneaky than that, use some different tactics than that. I think people who are there begging for food, I mean, I'm not telling you can't say no, go ahead and say no, but the idea that they're just going to go tell all their friends and say, hey, I begged over here and they gave us some food, now hundreds of people are going to show up at your house. I don't know that that is really how things are going to happen. I've traveled to third world countries, and in some places that is kind of what we were warned about. I never saw it. I found that the bigger worry is that if you send someone on their way with some food, you're actually maybe going to cause them to be in danger, because now they're walking around with a bag of food and there are people who are hungry and they have no shelter and they have no means of protecting themselves. That was something that we worried about when I went to Kenya, was that if you gave some kid something because you wanted to be nice, he may walk up the street and some bigger kid might beat him up and take what he's got. But I think that you're going to have to think a little more outside the box on this one if you're just going with a simple understanding or a cliche that if you give somebody something, somehow they're just going to go tell all their friends who don't have any food in there now, they're going to all show up at your doorstep and ask you for food as well. It's Buck Weasel. Think about it.